All right, come on in. Come on in. The Lost, what's up, man? Good evening to you. Come on in, everybody. It's been a couple of days since I did a live. I have some family stuff, and then, of course, odds and evens. What's up? Good to see you. Of course, we had Mother's Day yesterday, and but we're live tonight. I'm gonna put a poll up in here. Enter. There we go. All right, good evening, everybody. Good to see everybody in here. I just dropped a poll in. Take a look and tell me what you think. Give me some answers. If you do, I want you to join the Telegram group. That way I can personally invite you to the live. If I get a certain amount of people, we'll do the live. If I don't, we won't. I need at least 10 people to participate. And if you so choose to do this awesome opportunity to do a live Zoom with me on dating, you need to join a Telegram so I can send each person in a private message an individual link to the Zoom. I'm not going to just put it out there on Telegram or a link somewhere where anybody can join in. It's going to be 10 selected. What's up, Vlogs? What's up, ME? Welcome in. Y'all come on in. Pile in. Hit that like when you weigh in. We'll get it started. Welcome to the Proudmasculine live stream. May 12th. Golly, May 12th already. Awesome. She is flying by. I've been so busy, the days just go by. If you're just coming in, hit that like. We'll get started here. See who's going to show up. We'll talk about a few things and see what's cracking with everybody. If you have any questions or topics you'd like discussed, drop it in the chat. If I'm in the middle of something and I'm in the middle of a description, I don't get to your question and you really want an answer, drop it in the super chat. I'll drop what I'm doing. I'll get straight to your question. Or if you want to donate to the channel, I appreciate any donations. If you can't do that, you hit the like, and that's more than enough for the support. So yeah, I'm finally back in. It's been a busy week. Kampachi, what's up, man? Good to see you. Oh, look, you see, man, you got people voting no. Yes, Emmanuel, I'm from the U.S. Where are you from? From good old U.S. of A, fella. Greatest country in the world. Look, if you're not going to, the poll is an obvious answer for yes to get 10 people. If you don't want to see it, don't put no in the poll. That's ridiculous. Yes, Emmanuel, I do support Trump. I voted for Trump. What's up, Coomer? What's up, Pinkman? What's up, Ish? Come on in. So how's everybody doing tonight? Shanna. What's up, Shanna? Good, Doc. Glad to hear. What's up, Cool Cat? Doing well. I've been busy, busy. Late nights, long days, but hey, that's the life I live. Typically, I have time for lives, but the dynamic has changed a little bit this last couple weeks. So, but I vowed I'd be on tonight. Akeem says I look like Kratos. I've heard that before. That's not the first time. And thank you. You're a proud masculine. Well, I'm not a proud masculine, but do you see Trump as a masculine role model as well? Yes, I do. I think Donald Trump's disposition is a positive example of masculinity and leadership. Not only is he a strong, decisive man who takes drastic action to get results, he stays cool. He never gets rattled. Dude's just cool. Cool cat. What's up, cool cat? Thank you. You too, Ish. Have a great day, man. Thank you for dropping in. You know, I put this poll up, and you got a bunch of damn fools in there putting no in the poll. If you're not going to be on it, you don't have to vote. I'm looking to see if I get 10 people. Is him saying he would date a 10-year-old girl when she grows up masculine to you? I don't know. I never heard him say that. Is you asking leading questions that I don't know the answer to masculine? I didn't even know about that particular thing. But his overall disposition is, in fact, a positive masculine influence on this country, which is much needed. If you have something to say, just say it. If you disagree with me, that's fine. No sense in being passive aggressive about it, though. You know what I mean, partner? W's in the chat for cool cat. But anyway, yeah, I've never heard such a thing that Donald Trump had said that. Anyway, yeah, if you want to, you see, I'm trying to get yeses to do this Zoom. We did a Zoom last week and it was off the charts. It was awesome. I had a couple of guys in there. It's really good, very informative. And it's an opportunity to talk about some things in more depth and give some more understanding. Thank you, cool cat. To get a better, deeper understanding of dating and, approaching women, dating women, a little bit more into the sex game and all that I really can't go over in depth on YouTube because of the platform, because of the restrictions. So we get to talk openly and freely and drop some real value and gold in there. So I encourage it. The last one was good. I see we have some Biden voters in the chat tonight. And that's okay. I don't discriminate people by who they vote. Liberals usually do that. I don't. But this really isn't a political channel, so. But I judge people by their character, not by who they vote for. It's okay that we have different opinions and disagree. What's up, Ketty? Rockadoodles, it's good to see you. Sorry for my absence. All good, brother. I've been absent myself. This is my first night on in a few nights. Had a lot of stuff kicking up. A lot. See, and this is like, yeah. So y'all come in, hit that like. You see I have a poll up. I got 14 votes. So I got 7 yeses. I need to see 10. What's up, Ravash? Tripathi. Rashab. I've always said your name wrong up until just now, huh? All I need is 10 yeses and I will schedule a Zoom. But in order to be in the Zoom, you have to join the Telegram so I can send you a personal Zoom link, a personal link to the Zoom. It's going to be a private message sent. It's going to be a limited amount of people in there. The first 10 and the first 10 in the Telegram will get the link. I'm not going to give out any more than that. I'm just not going to paste a link in the Telegram so anybody can come in and out. This is strictly for men. It's just geared towards men dating. All right. If y'all going to do troll shit, this is what will happen. Boom. You will be kicked. No shout outs, Cool Cat. You want to shoot a shout out, give a super chat. What's up, Phoenix? Doing well, sweetie. How are you? Yeah, you see, like Robert Lewis says, he's said he'll lower the price. He liar. It's been 100 days. You don't just go in and write a note to the country saying, hey, everybody lower your prices. Do you understand why the prices have gone up to begin with? Do you have any concept of economics and how that works? Basic economics? It's not like grocery stores across the country said, hey, here's the super international, super secret grocery store meeting. We're going to raise prices on eggs and everything. So we're going to make some money. And do you realize it's those prices hiked up and those prices driven up as high as giraffe ass is because the dollar has become less valuable, because Biden's inflation, printing trillions of dollars and giving it away to other countries, not putting it back in rotation in our country to be spent among the people. Simple economics, sir. There's got to be a correction. First off, this never should have happened. It never should have gotten to the condition it was in. If you want to start off with this, it started off before COVID, but COVID is the catalyst that really set this off by shutting down small businesses, taking people out of work, shutting down, trying to kill the middle class, essentially. So yeah, the economy was about to crash. So what did they do? Hey, I got an idea. Let's print a bunch of money we don't have. Let's just print a bunch of money, and now all the money out there is worth less. So we're going to make this more money, but worth less. So you really did nothing. You actually did nothing to correct. All you did was make it more difficult for the average American to get by. Because the dollar's worth less, so the prices have to go up because people aren't making money at this point. The only thing that hasn't corrected now is the rate of pay. The pay scale hasn't caught up to the inflation. Insurance, healthcare, groceries, vehicles, electricity, gas, everything that you spend every day, taxes, everything that you spend money on, everyday products and services and goods that you buy costs more, right? But not only is the dollar worth less, nobody's paychecks reflect the correction for inflation. Therefore, you're in a worse spot than when you started. So, all right, Robert Lewis is clearly a troll. So we're going to move on. This is what happens when you try to approach a liberal with logic. They melt. And they say stuff like, he's the worst president ever. He's a racist. He's a Nazi. That's what happens when you challenge a liberal's logic. That's what they resort to. So anyway, good thing we have some more time left in the live. And hopefully people who I just gave that short, detailed explanation on economics understand and appreciate the valuable information I just gave you. Give it time. It's only been 100 days. There will be an improvement. And just remember, when you want to stay home and you don't feel like getting out to go vote because of the lines, people like Robert Lewis get a vote. No, liberals don't want to hear anything objective. If you have anything to say to oppose them, you're either a racist, you're a homophobe, you're a Nazi, you're a, you know the fucking drill. They're all the same. But what is my opinion on Bitcoin? I really don't have an opinion, Tripathi. I don't really know enough. I buy it. I take Bitcoin advice from my head is shining and your spelling is wrong, but keep working on it. You'll get there. That's right. I'll be the racist, homophobic Nazi and sleep just fine with the fan on. Amen, sweetheart. I'll keep you warm if you get too cold with that fan. So, thoughts on Israel, Palestine. I really don't have an opinion on that. What's the difference? Israel, Palestine, us in Iraq, Russia, Ukraine. It's all one and the fucking same. It's the world elites arranging wars for their own greedy fat pockets. And people are dying senselessly behind money. That's what that means to me. Thank God we have somebody like Trump who's putting an end to all these conflicts, cleaning up Biden's mess. India, Pakistan, same thing. It's all politics. It's all jacked up politics. DT! Ladies and gentlemen, DT is on, he says. See, I kind of stay out of that stuff. It's all propaganda. It's all the distraction to keep people scared and divided while they get to make the big moves behind the scenes. Do you realize the shootings, what's up, baby blue? Like, all right, Robert, one more silly outburst and you got to go. If you're in here to just poke and prod like a little bitch, there's really no place for you here in this chat, buddy. You're welcome to stay and listen and participate. But if you're just going to be a passive-aggressive little bitch, there you go. Take care of my family. You know what? I'm going to leave him in here. I'll let the chat tear him up. What's up, Danny? So, that's what all that stuff is. People died here in India living near borders. I said that part to what you said, not what he said. I'll leave him on. He's probably got nothing going for him. He's probably sitting in his mom's basement, pulling his pudding, yelling for his mom to bring him some more Kool-Aid and Cheetos. So he's coming into a chat to try to get an emotional reaction out of somebody because his life is unfulfilled and he doesn't have a woman or kids. So he trolls people's live streams. So that's okay. I'd rather you here learning something. I'll put up with you. $21. Hold on. I was jumping through a few different things. Somebody asked me about Trump and how awesome he is. And then somebody asked about Israel, Palestine. He would not give you food to eat. I don't need him to give me food to eat. I can get my own food. See, that's a liberal mind. They won't give you anything. I earn what I have. If I can't buy food, I know how to hunt, buddy. I can go catch dinner. I can fish, I can hunt, I can trap. I don't sit in my mom's basement waiting for my dinner, for my frozen dinner. I don't need Trump to give me food. I'll get my own food. It's people like you that need the government to take care of you and give you stuff because you're helpless, because you're weak. You're a weak-minded man. You're what's wrong with society. You're why we're in the jam we're in, because of men who think like you. The government needs to take care of me because you're too weak and you're too lazy. You're incompetent. This is why this country's in a position it is, because they got millions of incompetent men like you running around with your hand out, expecting somebody to take care of you. So good thing there's men like me. Slow down with the typing. You're making you're making errors, you're making typos. So anyway, aside from that, yeah, it's probably some kid saying stuff he heard on CNN. That's all right. You know it's true. You know it's true. Yeah, I know it's true. Right. And you know how to spell. Look at Roderick, Queen Bee coming in. So ladies, how was your Mother's Day? We had a pretty amazing day yesterday, a very good day. Had an amazing day. Other than we got some rain and my tomatoes are dying. I can't believe that. Because you should not wait for people to give you stuff. You're supposed to earn it. You don't just go to heaven, you have to earn it. Amen, Danny. It's my whole point, brother. I like to hear that. Wasn't bad. Went out to eat and some grits. Oh, some gifts. ESB. What does ESB stand for? Especially special booty. Especially supple booty. Supple butt. Expert soldier badge. Go ahead, girl. Good for you. Let's get some W's in the chat for our expert soldier in the chat. She's been working hard for that. Rockadoodle said, I see your expert soldier badge and raise you a song. 12-mile ruck in 2 hours and 47. It was brutal. Yeah, those seem like, what are you rucking, like 40 pounds minimum? When the righteous cry for help, the Lord hears and delivers them out of all their troubles. To Robert. There you go, Robert. A godly message from a godly man. You see that? You come in here acting like a jerk off and you got people sending you prayers, brother. You're in the right place. 60 pounds. 35-round rucksack minimum, then your FLC with 7 mags on your M4. So 60 extra pounds, 12 miles. Yeah, that's got to be in 2 hours. That's a pretty good time. It's damn good. Here we go. The old classic be a real man shaming tactic. Yeah, be a real man and get around and get behind a keyboard and harass other people's live streams with a bunch of feelings and emotions. Thoughts on the Pope being a lib? I got no thoughts on it at all. Just another political move. Just another thing, brother. Liberal, conservative, it doesn't matter. This is what people can't understand. Like, it doesn't matter. We get this illusion of freedom and this illusion of choice. So that's all that is. It's just another distraction for us to look at. The Pope, some old white dude died. Happens every day. Why do people with name Joe are bald and jacked? I don't know. It just works out like that. No, Danny, that's my whole point. We ain't free. What's free about being taxed out of your ass? You can pay your house off and you still have to pay taxes on the land. Is that freedom? You can pay your house off. You can work hard for 30 years, pay your mortgage, clear it 100%. But if you don't pay the taxes on the land that you bought, they'll take it from you. That's not freedom. Freedom is not, you got to go work, slave away at a job for the best years of your life to get a week's vacation every year and a couple of days of sick leave and a 3% raise. Work it through the best years of your life and make millions for somebody else. But you do have a choice, to go live the rest of your years. You make a little money and you get to take off the rest of you, retire when you're too old to do anything. Freedom. You vote for two people that they pick for you. Is that really choice? And they still make laws and take away your rights daily. You can be at your job working for 20 years. Say it's a 20-year retirement. You could be there for 19 years. And somebody could come tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, we don't need you anymore. Here's your early retirement package. You're not going to get your full pension, and we're going to give you this gift certificate. We don't need you anymore. Is that freedom? What's freeing about that? You got to have a license to drive a car, catch a fish, shoot a deer, grow plants, own shit, carry a firearm. It's not freedom. You're being tracked. Everything you do, you're surveyed and monitored. Everywhere you look and everywhere you go, there's a rule, there's a law that tells you can't do something. So they basically give you a small list of shit that you're able to do and tell you, here's your freedom. Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpeth iron. So a man sharpeth the countenance of his friend. Can I explain to the chat? Thank you, DT. Amen, sweetie. Y'all know I love my Bible verses here on Proud Masculine Live. Hi to see you, just popping to say pretty eye color. See you, bye. All right, Galaxy. Thank you for dropping in. Hit that like. Yes, DT, I'm going to get to your question. Let's address Danny's comment real quick. I see old people on the streets homeless because they can't afford to pay their house payments anymore. They're so old they can't afford. That's what is F up. Yeah, how about having a homeless veteran while somebody who's not even from this country comes in and gets a paycheck, a house, health care, grocery money, and they got people who fought for this country on the streets. Is that freedom, y'all? Do you think that's the freedom that the founding fathers was talking about? Do you think that guy living on the streets after putting his life on the line for this country and gotten screwed up, do you think that's the freedom he thought he was fighting for? The freedom from somebody who doesn't even belong here to come in and invade this country and get more benefits than him? Come on now. Robert, I see you trying to talk. You're being you've gotten pathetic now, dude. If you want to listen, that's fine. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish, buddy. I think he's a little slow. No, some didn't sign up. Some were drafted. There is a generation, barely one generation, but a whole nother generation of men who are forced into fighting a useless, pointless war. All right, let's go to back to DT's question. Can you explain to the chat and Robert what a simp is? A simp is basically a guy who all right, I had enough. All right, no more Robert. He had a chance to just sit and be cool. He chose violence today. Yeah, simp is Robert. A simp is someone who has no boundaries or no self-worth, that bow down and kowtow to a woman's every demand and will appeal to everything but the desire that women truly seek. They will essentially, like nice guy, yes man. It's a false persona. A simp is somebody who leads with their wallet and fake compliments and shallow compliments, who have zero self-esteem, zero self-worth, and put all their value and worth and identity in things. And what does rhythm with the tism mean? Good question. What do you think about people coming from another country to get a citizenship and forcing their culture? That might not be considered illegal, but rude to the people. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Jopathy. I think that's awful. That's a crime in this country to come from another country. And if you're going to come here, acclimate to our culture. If you love your culture so much and want to live your culture, stay where you are. What about those who bow down to leaders without question? That's more like the sheep, carpe diem. That's just people who fell under the programming. I think it's a crime. See, we have a problem with some of that here where the illegals come and they kind of come with this entitled attitude of expectations like, learn to speak the language, learn the customs, learn the culture, acclimate, bring some of your culture with you, because that's interesting to me. There's nothing wrong with mixing cultures, and like I think that's great. A lot of the United States is a mix, an amalgamation of different cultures that make it such a wonderful place to be. You know, and there's a lot of culture and heritage celebrated here. Like I live in Louisiana. We have, this is culture-rich environment from Asian, African, Spanish, French, Polish, Canary Island, which is right off the coast of Spain. And it's all, everybody takes a vested interest in each other's culture and helps them celebrate as they should. But nobody expects one culture to conform and cater just to them. You want to do that, stay where you're at, in your own country where that is the culture, and practice it. We also have a very strong Eastern European influence here now. And those people are great contributors. Danny says, I know the world is messed up and our country government adds to it, but we got people that's racist and there's no reason to be. Danny, let me help you out with something, buddy. Racism always was and racism always will be around. Racism exists in every culture, every country, every society, buddy. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. They make it more than what it is. The only reason it's a big deal is because it's talked about. And that's like the latest container word they use to try to shame people. Oh, you're a racist. Yeah, okay. Go to Japan and see how you're treated. There's Guaylo. Go see how you're treated in Japan as an American, white American. They don't like you. They don't like outsiders. That's why the country is one of the hardest countries to get into. Very selective. Good, Danny. And I think when people stop identifying each other by skin color, racism is going to be less of a thing. Racism is created by government to cause divide, racial divide, sexism, racism, all this ism is a design. It's a coordinated attack on society. I'm out and about in the world every day, all over the place. Where I live, the greater New Orleans area. And I'm around all different types of people all day long. And I meet fucking knuckleheads from all races, sizes, shapes, neighborhoods, ethnicities. And I also meet some special, amazing people, hardworking, family people with morals and values of all shapes, sizes, colors, and ethnicities. Racism is a tool. And the only reason it is what it is because it's so broadcasted and talked about. If you quit bringing it up, the shit would just go away. Nobody would even care. So, if it really discourages me that people can't open their eyes this much, really see what's going on, what the fear and division and divide is all about. Yeah, some of it is crackheads and drunks. But that's like any big inner city. It's all crackheads and drunks. It's no different. New Orleans, Chicago, Dallas, LA. Go to any big city. It's all crackheads and drunks. Second comment says, do you believe in gun rights? Yes, I do. Do you? It's a Second Amendment right, brother. Of course I believe in it. It's in the Constitution. What's up, Suzzy? Pause for a second, y'all. All right, I'm back. Yes, Danny, I'm aware. So that's about as far as it goes, you know. Racism's a scam. If it wasn't blasted all over the mainstream media, this is how you know it's a scam and a bullshit. Because it's peddled. Racism is peddled, it's used. It's a tool to create division and fear. Look, I see signs of change. I see people more and more getting fed up with the government, the mass media, and the big government, and the elites' games and mental fuckery. People are starting to wake up and start seeing like none of this shit makes sense. Because there's usually not a problem until they say it's a problem, and they create a problem and try to sell you the solution. And the solution is, oh, we need to, oh, well, as the government, we need to protect you. We need to put these laws in place. And just let me take those rights from you so we can protect you. So we can keep you safe. So we can keep you this. We can keep you. It's all, yeah, the internet has reduced racism because you can't censor. There's not enough information to censor everyone. See, and that's the problem with mainstream. You're only going to get trickled out and hear and see and exposed to what they want you to hear, see, and be exposed to. Well, good thing we don't care about what you think, second coming. Only hunting guns. I don't get these people. What do you have against a gun? What if I had a 12 gauge for hunting? You think I couldn't point it at a person if I wanted to? Come on, that's the silliest shit. That's a silly argument. Only hunting. That's makes no sense. My opinion is I am for gun rights. What's the process of buying your first gun in the U.S. at a young age and cost? Well, you go into a gun store, depending on the state. In Louisiana, you go into a gun store with your driver's license. You must be 21 years of age. Give them your license. They run a background check on you with the ATF, the Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms. What's up, Angela? Yeah, it's easy. The person, you fill out an application, you pick your gun out, the guy calls an 800 number, and they say either yes or delayed. So they have 5 days to deny you. If they don't say a no in 5 days, you go pick up your gun. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So you got to be 21 and do a background check. And it's usually your background checks are flagged for like, what's up, Archer? Like serious offenses, serious felonies. Like espionage and domestic abuse and the big M. You know, stuff like that. Violent crimes, violent felonies. If you're a felon, you cannot own a gun. A convicted felon, but they actually changing that law. They're working on redoing that law. So, well, look, we have. You glad you live in a place with strict gun laws? Good Lord. Do people not study history in these countries where they take your guns away? Do you know that an unarmed society is a weak society, an easily controllable society? I know tons of people who carry guns every day, everywhere they go. And they've never shot anybody in their entire lives. But it would be different if I, like you can't just make a law. The guns are there. You can't say, all right, everybody, new law, no guns. Well, guess what? The people who don't follow the law are still going to have a gun. Then what? Then how do the people without guns protect themselves? And then you have these foolish politicians who have armed Secret Service details saying, we don't need guns. Well, give up your Secret Service detail. If you don't need it, if it's not necessary, then why do you need to have armed guards around you? It's a foolish argument. It's not even an argument. It's bombastic. It's retarded. It's an ignorant argument to have. That's right, Archer. More comfortable in Kentucky. Guns driving down the road. No more guys. That's how it is in Louisiana here where I live. Everybody's got guns. An armed society is a polite society. There you go. With the guys the violent criminals and the violent rapists and criminals and murderers and people who want to hurt you and take from you, suspect you may have a gun, they're less prone to pull some shit. All right. You got to ask me a question. If you can ask a question, you got to go. You get a weak ass. These fucking soft ass men, a bunch of fucking sissies. Just ask a question. You don't have to ask me to ask a question. Golly, grow some balls. So I have no government problem with guns, but the government should be doing more to protect schools. I agree. I think there should be armed police at every school. Look, they have plenty of guys who specialize in firearms. You have tons of, special forces, ex-military coming from war that are specialized in protection, private protection and security. Federally fund these guys to guard schools. You have 2 specialized operators in each school. You know how easy that is? Some guy who served in the military has all the qualifications. Post them at schools. You'll never have another mass shooting. That easy. It's that easy. But they have a narrative to try to take your guns away. And that's the question you should be asking. Is why are they so anxious to get those guns away from us? That's the real question you should be asking. Why on earth would they be so hell-bent on trying to disarm a whole society? For what reason? How's that going in England, by the way? Yeah. How did that work out for the Jews, huh? Turn in all your guns, no need for you to have them, we'll protect you. Bet you they would have wish they would have kept their guns. So yeah, I just don't see that happening here. That's my whole point, DT. Who wants to rob a store not knowing which motherfucker in there is strapped? You walk into a store and there's 5 or 6 dudes in there. Who's carrying? I don't know, but I better not. I don't want to find out. I agree, Danny. Everyone needs God. I second that. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Second Amendment. I believe in it. I think if you're a man and you live in America, it's your responsibility to own a firearm and learn how to use it. Yeah, there's a problem if you don't. If you have the potential to own a firearm and you don't have one, I got a problem with that. See, and this is there's so many different angles I could hit this from, but one of the biggest ones is the people who don't follow the law are not going to follow the law about not having guns. They have states where it's illegal to. Do you know it's illegal to have a gun in Chicago? And guess what the highest murder rate in the entire country is? Killed more people than the Iraq War in Chicago, where guns are illegal. So it's so easy. I don't see how people can even muddy that one up. But I am a Second Amendment enthusiast. Well, look, that's about it for tonight, y'all. Everybody who voted yes on the poll, join the Telegram, and I'll send you the link in a private message. I'm not going to paste the link just for everybody to jump in. There's enough for 10 spots. The first 10 that are in there will get the link. And I have to announce the winners for the free consultation. I know I said I was only picking one. I picked 2 people. I had to. 2 essays were really good. And these people put a lot of thought into their answers, into the email. So I got to reward them both. So 2 people is going to get the consultation. And I will announce to them so they can be on the channel when I announce it this week. And I'll do another one coming up soon after I get these 2 sessions done. So thank you, everybody, for coming in. If you have not yet, hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Join the Telegram if you voted yes on the poll. That's the only way you're going to get a link. And the link for the Telegram is in the description, along with the membership link. And to schedule coaching. Everything you need is in the description. All the links you need to look at. Website, Instagram, all that. But join the Telegram anyway to get the live notifications. YouTube's not being too generous with my notifications lately, even for my subscribers. So that's all, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Have a great